Hey everyone, this is Zero and welcome back to another video on Ragnarok Online Origin. We'll be talking about the upcoming inaugural Loki Cup, which will be happening soon, so you need to make sure you are prepared with the changes and differences of Loki Cup because it will be one of a kind. If you're unsure of what the rules of Loki Cup are, you're at the right place. Let's check it out. Loki Cup will be played in the Vigrid Avenge format with some key differences that you'll need to know, as this will affect your strategy and composition going into the tournament. Instead of 4 guilds fighting it out on each battlefield, it will only be one guild versus another. The battlefields are still divided into Vigrid Field, RuneScape, and Felons. Since there are only 2 guilds fighting against each other, the Fallen Valkyrie will spawn in the middle of the map where the Fenrir usually spawns. Instead of the Gjallarhorn holder being the final victor, the guild who has collected the highest points accumulated from the 3 battlefield wins. This prevents the state of the game where 90% of the fight does not matter and promotes more diverse strategies and team movement across the map. After a short time in the battlefield, Elemental Lords will spawn in these locations on the map. Only 2 lords will spawn at each time, and when these lords are defeated, all members of the guild that lands the final blow will gain a huge buff for the guild. These buffs are game changers, and you will need them to help get ahead of your opponent. Evil spirits which spawn at random spots on the map will also grant your guild points, so make sure you send some members out to hunt for them, as they can be the difference between winning and losing. The Fenrir will also spawn in the middle of the map after 5 minutes. Getting the last hit on the Fenrir will allow the player who's slain the Fenrir to transform into the Fenrir. The Fenrir form possesses a skill that can instantly kill the messenger, so don't forget about this cute frosty boy. The mechanics of the Gajala altar has also been changed for Loki Cup. Every 5 minutes, certain random altars across the map will be disabled, leaving only 2 altars remaining in the final 2 minutes. This creates more chaos and opens up more opportunities for your guild to slay the messenger. For Felons, the overall gameplay mechanics hasn't really changed. You collect fruits of Yggdrasil by harvesting Yggdrasil branches, defeating Nidhogg's heirs, players, or Nidhogg herself, and deliver them to Ratatoskr to earn points. You gain buffs based on the amount of fruits you hold on your character up to 2500 and also allow you to gain more points when defeating enemy players. Nidhogg will also spawn at the center of the battlefield, which you will want to kill to gain even more fruits. Players from the same guild who participate in the kill will also receive a small share of the fruits. Once you have a good amount of fruits, you will need to deliver them to Ratatoskr. Here's a list of point sources that can be gained in each battlefield. Make sure to compete for every source, as each battlefield holds a large significance in deciding the victor. Merits are points used in the Vigrid field to activate commander buffs and can only be gained in RuneScape and Felons. Like Guild League, the entire guild also gains move speed, reduced damage taken, and damage increase buffs depending on the amount of points gained. You can have all 3 buffs active at once. The road to Loki Cup is grueling, starting from practice matches for 4 weeks and even more gruesome qualifiers, followed by division of Tier A and Tier B based on the top 64 guilds points. Ultimately, one champion will be crowned from each tier. However, the rewards for each tier is abundant, with plenty of rare resources given out to each member of every participating guild, and an exclusive mount that will only be owned by 150 people in the entire global server. Practice matches and qualifiers will also include more rewards as well. The Loki Cup 2025 is about to start. Get ready to be a part of a new wave of champions and stay tuned to more Loki Cup content, information and strategy during my Loki Cup practice match live streams. This is Zero, signing out. Peace.